getting back at it again. Fix this little bit of lighting. Seems a little dark right there. All right, that's a little bit better. All right, restarting our other computer, so we'll get ready to go live here in a minute. So they'll miss out on that part. We just were talking about it like while we're figuring our technical stuff out over here. No, this is not a White Claw. As he asked earlier, this is.
I genuinely thought it was a White Claw at first.
It's draft latte.
Draft latte
is what they call it. I don't know. It's coffee. Okay, it's one of those days, and we're going coffee again. And
I'm feeling like I'm about to hit Starbucks after I leave anyway.
Dude.
Yeah, I've got a long night ahead of me.
Starbucks sounds nice. Today was one of those days. Like coffee is on the list for it.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's nice and cool outside. It's kind of cloudy. Looks like it might rain.
Yeah, it was kind of like kind of crazy with all that. Yeah. So, but anyway, so I guess those listening right now, we'll wait for this one to kick back in over here. Leave the lights on there. All right. We're talking about what kind of gear we want to get for this year. So, last year we went with Quantel, my man, and really loved the Just Heart apparel gear.
Mm-hmm.
Still love the t-shirts, fight shorts, but we were thinking we haven't ordered some sweats and a hoodie in a while.
Yeah.
And that's on tap, I think. And mentioned a t-shirt. We haven't done a long sleeve t-shirt in a while either.
No, we haven't. I think the last time we did a long sleeve t-shirt, I know we haven't done them since I've been there, except the compression shirt. Actually, we did do that when we did the X Grain gear.
Yeah. We did. We did do a long sleeve one then.
But we could do like
I'm thinking of long sleeves and long sleeve. All right, tell me what you think. Now Quantel, I saw his. He did a hoodie, and then I think I saw it on a. I think it had to have been on either the sidelines of either a college or pro game. I can't remember which team it was, but like they had the kind of like the way it looked, but I'm not sure. But I saw him. He did one for like a sleeveless hoodie with like a long sleeve shirt or something like that. But I don't know how you feel about a sleeveless hoodie. I kind of got mixed feelings on them. Like at times I think they look good, but at times I'm like, no, does that work for what we do or what we want? I don't know.
I feel like they'd be fun for the gym.
I guess that's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
But like you think about it as far as like practically wearing it, would you wear it enough to justify doing that, or would you wear a hoodie more? Because like I think about it as far as like for what you're paying. I don't want to say like it's not expensive
when you buy something.
Yeah, when you buy something, the amount that you're paying, if you justify it as like I think me and you talked about this when we did shoes, like how many times you're gonna wear it.
Yeah.
So say if you get a shirt and it's like a really nice shirt and it costs like $50 and you wear it once. The price per wear is going to be about $50.
Yeah.
But say you get something that's $50 and you wear it 100 times,
yeah.
then the price per wear is significantly less.
It's true.
And that's kind of how I think about it, at least. Yeah. And
I was thinking about it also with like the point of like, well, as the weather gets cooler, my school attire starts to become hoodies and quarter zips.
Well, we've been past few years when they were talking about they gave us new gear and we decided to do the. To bring back the old retro hoodies that you've seen us wear before. Those gray ones. Y'all probably seen us wear them in pictures, and like we kind of like that old school, or at least I like that old school look. I mean, I'm not sure how you felt about it.
I like it.
But I kind of like that. It's just plain and simple, but like we were like, why get rid of it? I mean, they're timeless.
Yeah.
And, I think sweatpants, shirt, and long sleeves is a good idea. I mean,
yeah.
Especially later in the season when it gets kind of like that December, January.
Yeah.
Our guys kind of bundle up on a bus a little bit.
That's true. Buses and whatnot too. So I wasn't much thinking about that. I was thinking about I don't know. Like I could see. Oh, jeez, that opened several times over there. So I was thinking about. No, excuse me. I was thinking about like, dude, I could wear. Like because I do have a vest and I wear it sometimes at school. And that's what I was thinking about. I was like, dude, I could wear the hoodie. I would never have to wear the sleeveless vest, and I could just like wear either short sleeves or long sleeves with it.
Now, would this hoodie have a hood on it?
Yeah, no, it would have the hood.
Okay, because you might get roasted for that. I'm just saying.
No, but I would never have to wear like a collared shirt again during wrestling season at school. So,
our collared shirts are really comfortable.
They are.
There we go.
They are. I mean, and they are. We get some good ones. This isn't the new one, is it?
Yeah.
This is the new one. Okay,
yeah.
So like.
I kind of like the sleeves on them.
They're a little bit. I gotta fix some of my t-shirt stuff. But yeah, I was. I like this. It was comfortable. So, all right, dude, we're going live. All right.
Yeah, y'all just missed out on like.
Yeah, we talked about all right. So everybody who missed the live show, we're gonna leave you a mystery on what gear we're gonna order for this year. So I guess we are anyway. I'm gonna fix this lighting. It does seem a little better. Ooh, that's a little shine there. All right. A little bit better. Huh?
Yeah. I'm just going to not look into a blind.
Don't look into the light.
Yeah.
No. All right.
That works.
That's a little bit better there. So, yeah. So, y'all on Facebook Live just missed the gear discussion. But I think that's the route we'll go.
Yeah.
And we'll discuss the other part more. But probably with sleeves.
Yeah, I kind of like. I mean, I like that sleeve idea. It's fun. I mean, wear them in the wrestling. I wear long sleeves a lot anyway.
I mean, yeah.
I've noticed I wear them during the summer, like thinner long sleeves.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But also like in the wrestling room, I know last year too. Like I started wearing long sleeves and then something over, just kind of get that keep me warm. And I like it when I'm in the gym that way because I don't get cold. Because some gyms nowadays, like nothing wrong with it, but like they have the AC cranked up and.
I like the hot gym. Like
I like being sweaty.
That's why I like sometimes during the summers you hit the garage hot like sauna workout, and people are like, why don't you have the garage doors open? Because I don't want them open. I want more heat trapped in there. Like
exactly.
I don't have access to a real sauna. I'm gonna cook my brains out. It's all right. I don't use them that much anyway. So, whatever. Oh. But so we'll let's look at some stuff for gear. See how we want to do that for this year. I gotta find out
what we should do. Bring back the Pride shirt that we had.
Dude, that one was an old
That one was a sick one with the eagle on the back.
Yeah, that was one I did for
Coach Officer
Jay.
Yeah,
that one. So way back when.
I wish I still had it. I mean, even if I had it, it's not like I could wear it. I mean, I could try, but
I still have mine somewhere.
Yeah,
so that I got for that. I don't know. I might have to do that. So we'll look it up. We'll see last year at this building. And we will see what's going on with all that. All right, so gear, we got everything going, backups, going live, all that kind of stuff. We've been gone for more than a hot minute, schedules and whatnot, and just stuff getting busy. And that time of year where things are just going to pick up and get busier, so we're just going to try to keep on doing what we can when we can. Speaking of which, I don't know if you saw the post I made. Go check out my boy Nick, Tuckered Out Life. He's going to start trying to do a weekly segment. Or bi-weekly, I'm not exactly for sure. I think he said weekly, but yeah, we talked about it before, tuckered out, just being tired, but how do you approach that? Like, are you living tired, or are you living a tuckered out life, which I thought was kind of cool, like, tackling life and doing all those things. So, he's a buddy of mine, and he's down in Alabama coaching, and, if anybody follows me on social media and whatnot, like,
he was in the mud run that we did.
Yeah, he was in the mud run that we did together, and like when I took my trip, I made sure I stopped at his house and whatnot. So, good guy, looking for some good content. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. We'll just keep on expanding the Cerebrus brand.
Yeah.
So, Nick, whether you meant to or not, I'm gonna throw you under that umbrella.
The Cerebrus Wrestling Network.
Yes, the network. We're gonna keep on branding that on out there.
He hasn't posted much of anything.
So depending on which third-headed dog we need, so can be replaceable.
Quasi hasn't posted anything in a long time. I mean,
and the thing is, like, both these guys got a cool one. Like, Nick's been talking about his for a while, Tuckered Out. Quasi Be Heard, with this. I was like, dude, I mean, they got like. They're better than like our names as far as like walking in.
I think Cerebrus is a great name.
No, not Cerebrus. I'm talking about like personal, like
like
Curry. Like, are you like cooking food like for your podcast?
Curry's Kitchen. I don't know.
Like really, like what else? I mean, they had Be Heard and Tuckered Out. Like Purdy. I mean, like. Without getting into what other kind of things that could lead into, but we're not gonna. We're not gonna go there. So they had built-in names already, and now we have obviously the head of the thing with the Cerebrus, so nothing wrong with that there. But so check him out. Tuckered Out Life. I think his might just for right now just be on YouTube, and then if I hadn't told him about it, he needs to check out Anchor if he wants to do just the audio portion of that, so he can get that up and out. And Anchor does a lot of really cool stuff too. So there's their free commercial sponsors. Pay us.
I was joking with Jessica the other day. So I told her, I was like, it's not gonna be long before you have to see me every day now.
Yeah.
Because of she works at the school, and I was telling her, because I remember last year she got mad that I didn't bring her coffee.
Yeah.
I think this year, since I remember that she was mad about it, I think I'm gonna purposely not buy her one. and then like rub it in. Like when I get there, I'm like, oh hey.
Yeah, no, or you ask for an empty cup.
Yeah, yes, that's even better. Like, hey, I got you one. Oh, they must not filled it up. Like,
even better. So Jess, because I know you're not actually listening to us, so whatever.
You go ding. She's like,
yeah, pretty much. Like, ah. All right, let me go to our servers page and post something on here too. Anyway,
so but yeah, I mean, I'm ready for that. This is the time of year my caffeine addiction and coffee significantly gets worse.
I can't say that mine gets worse at this point in the year because like it's horrendous anyway.
Oh, I mean, I'm not saying mine's like good, but it's
no, I mean, but no, it's an addiction that I'm perfectly 100% down with. Like, I am not gonna give up on this addiction of coffee. So
no, it's
right.
The nectar of the gods.
All right, yeah, going live. Check us out. Facebook recording. Yeah. So
speaking of, I should have rolled. I'm probably running by Starbucks when I get out of here.
Dude, you're making me want Starbucks now. Like, cause this is empty.
Well, they got
it is entirely way too small. Oh yes.
Yes. Brand new.
So again, for those of you that missed, not White Claw, but I actually got these. I got a couple of these when I was at my grandma's house in Colorado Springs when we were out there. Like, went to the grocery store and I was like, I don't know if she has a coffee pot maker anymore. Like, she doesn't, you know. And she's to that point of like, if she doesn't use it or it breaks, she doesn't really place it anymore. So I was like, I need my caffeine and I need some coffee. So I just got I saw these. They were on sale and they were actually pretty good. And they were like my morning kickoff.
Did you
over there.
Shotgun them or something? Get a key.
Yeah, they didn't get it going. So, but those are good. But that's way too small. I need some more coffee. I'm gonna make some more caffeine going.
I'm gonna try to manage mine this year and make sure I don't drink like the giant cups that I usually get.
Dude, like I was. Alright, so who was it? Was it you that posted did you go to Dunkin' and get like a small coffee and it was like tiny?
Yes.
Okay.
That happened to me over the summer.
That happened to you over the summer. So the other day, and a buddy of mine hit me up and he was like, dude, I'm gonna need you to get a larger coffee. And I was like, dude, I went to Dunkin'. And for whatever reason, my mind, I had the boy with me, or the youngest one, and I just wasn't thinking. I ordered a small. I don't know why. I've never ordered a small coffee in my life. You know, normally it's medium to large. And for whatever reason, the word small came out of my mouth. And then when it got into my hand, it was like
really small.
Really small.
It's almost like a little...
It was a tease. It was a shot. It was an espresso shot.
It's like this big. And I mean, and if you see the picture, you don't have the largest hands in the world. And it only covers, like, you have, like, room for, like, 2 fingers hanging off. So, I mean... I don't have large hands. I saw that. But no, I mean, yeah. I remember getting that. My cousin, she dropped it off to me when we were down at the beach. And I'm like, I thought she was kidding with me. I was like, haha. I was like, oh, you got me a kid's cup. That's hilarious. And she's like, no, that's what they handed me. I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
I've gotten coffee from Dunkin' Donuts. Like,
and it was really weird because I got that one and I also had gotten a nice one. I was like, why is that one normal sized and mine small? Like, I wanted to cry.
Speaking of which, I think I'm gonna have to make Dunkin' Donuts a stop this year for either one of our tournaments or the first day.
Hey Andy, what's up, buddy? It's on live. Yeah, no, sorry.
But yeah, just get Dunkin' Donuts. We need to do it before like a tournament when someone's kind of late.
What? Just like
get Dunkin' Donuts and all that. Just like make them sit up to the front and just like have it sitting there.
Oh, like the actual donuts too?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or I can get a Krispy Kreme and then just pick up the coffee from Dunkin' Donuts.
Dude, Dunkin' Donuts coffee is so much better than Krispy Kreme.
We need to combine the two. Like, the donuts from Krispy Kreme.
If they would just merge, like they'd be golden.
Exactly.
They can make my family happy. Like, I can have my coffee, my kids can have their Krispy Kreme donuts. Because they'll eat the Dunkin' Donuts. But I'm not gonna let them waste. No, but they prefer Krispy Kreme donuts. And I get it, like... only because I grew up on the Dunkin' Donuts, and I'm like the sugar overload of the Krispy Kreme. Now, will I honestly admit that, like, if I am gonna be a newbie and look at 2 different ones, like the taste difference, like, Krispy Kreme. But I go with Dunkin' just because he is. Well, tell him I said be nice, okay?
Football.
Okay. Well, there's another football. There's more footballs over there, and then there's some other ones upstairs. Okay.
But then they won't want me.
Okay. Well, go tell him if I have to. Oh, the doggy! Take the dog with you. Take Troop up there. All right, just open the gate.
With the shoebox too.
Yeah, well, that's what he does. Yes.
Oh,
that's what
I was funny. By the way, when I pulled up, Henry ran. I was like, hey, and like wrapped him up. I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah, I hadn't seen you in a minute, right?
I was like, man.
But
welcome.
It's time to be nice. But
yell through the door. Tell him to be nice.
Be nice. Come share and be nice, okay? Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean Krispy Kreme donuts objectively I think are better than Dunkin' Donuts. Like I think Dunkin's donuts.
They're two different kinds of donuts. Though.
One is extremely sugary, and I like Krispy Kreme's extremely sugary and all that. But you go to like Dunkin' Donuts, it's more like
it's cakey and it's a little bit like it's a different kind of batter. So like it all kind of depends on what you're after. And I can preference and like they glaze the top of it versus Crispy's the whole thing.
Yeah.
So wow, doggy.
Get in here.
You said you want to be in here, huh? All right.
What's up, Trooper?
You want to go see everybody? Oh,
you getting so big.
Yes, you have. All right, so
no longer
if you don't up ratings just because of like the size of cute puppy dog, then you know.
Cute corgi puppy dog.
Corgi too. People love corgis. All right. All right, you're gonna get down. All right. Now, into this 15 minutes. You can tell it's been a while since we've been together because wrestling talk.
Yeah. We need to get it done. Okay.
Yes. Wrestling talk now. All right.
Well.
Let's go ahead and go Worlds. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the first thing was, dude. All right.
Our Greco team looked awful.
And I don't know what has to be done for Greco to get better and for them to have a better showing at Worlds. Like, I don't understand what's going on. The Olympic Training Center is the Olympic Training Center. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. Our men's team can consistently do, and we placed third. Okay, so if I remember correctly at Worlds for men's,
yeah, I'm sorry, it's just so.
Yep, he's
so distracted.
He is. He's not good for our ADD. So
I mean, it's like you're sitting there, like tail like flopping around. It's like what?
So,
but yeah, no.
But so our men did third, which isn't what when we were first and second is kind of like what we're looking for. First, obviously.
I mean, ideally.
But why Greco? They're not producing the same types of things. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, is it because the popularity? Are our athletes that much better at freestyle than they are at Greco, or is there something that we're missing behind the scenes?
So I've had time to think about it. And it's kind of just popped in my head right now. It's kind of like that insight moment, that aha moment. I'm thinking maybe it's because we are the only country that does folk style, and folk style and freestyle do share a lot of similarities. And I'm feeling that because we're the only ones that do folk style, that maybe since we're the only ones that do folk style and freestyle is very similar, they're not exposed to Greco at an early age. And I feel like when they get
others are exposed to freestyle and Greco from a very young age.
And I mean, granted, we do have off season, but not everyone does off season.
Yeah.
And maybe I think we've talked about it before. Maybe get rid of folk style, or maybe add freestyle Greco to.
I mean, there is a mass love for folk style, which I get especially at NCAA time. But there's also a part of me that does not deny if we want to be competitive at that level.
We need to do what we need to do. I mean, even if we don't get rid of folk style altogether, what we could do is, I think we've talked about it before, have two halves of the season.
Yes, I love the half.
Yeah, I think you were the one who actually brought that up. Okay.
I mean, I think that's a great idea, that the half season thing and whatnot. So, especially if I did come up with that idea.
Yeah,
of course I like that idea.
But
why wouldn't I?
Well, why not? I mean, it makes sense if our guys are not accustomed to folks are accustomed to Greco at an early age, then they're not going to want to do it later because it's almost going to be like starting fresh for them.
Yeah.
And whereas at least freestyle, even though they're not doing it from an early age, they're doing something that's similar. And I'm trying to make these points flow together, but I've got a dog.
I know. Yeah. So I took a picture of you with the dog, and then I'm like recording with the dog. So that's what we're doing now.
But yeah, no, I mean, you kind of see what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Or you getting that at least?
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, because I mean, at least freestyle. The only difference is like you can lock hands. The point system's different. Obviously, you get points.
Yeah, to an extent, but it's an easier transition.
It's a much easier because you can attack the legs, whereas Greco you can't.
It all looks very much the same.
Yeah.
From an outsider's position, when you have start to finish, minus like a couple throw points are different, stuff like that. So,
yeah. But I do feel we need to get our younger guys.
Yeah.
More accustomed to Greco. Let me say that. Like make them.
Yes, there needs to find a way to get them.
Yeah.
There.
So what do you think? I mean, that's what I think.
I think there needs to be something there. I think we have the athletes.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay? I think we have Kamal Bay. I mean,
Robbie
I think
Smith.
Robbie Smith. I mean,
Adam Coon.
Coon. I mean, I think we have the athletes there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you look at them and they train the same place, probably not the exact same time as the freestyle. No, actually, sometimes I guess they do maybe train at the same time. I don't know. But I think we have all those things set up. I like the idea of like just the general exposure and knowledge. Because having more influx to those people to be in those positions definitely doesn't hurt anything. So the more options you have.
Yeah.
Now I'm not to say like you can't make people do a sport. Like you can't like, although as much as like growing up, like whenever we went somewhere for freestyle and Greco, there wasn't a choice like of I'm only doing freestyle. It was you're doing both. Well, under the premises of like it's like I think they even used to combine in Oklahoma like if the entry fee was $8, you know, if you do one style. $8 for one style, but you do the one style and you add the other style that's only $2 more. So I mean everything just made more sense that way to promote doing all that. So finding that, getting more people interested in it, this is gonna sound really counterproductive to what we want with freestyle with like the limited number of weights, but I would love to see on the the Olympic years even those that don't have a weight class to go to, or if you're which we're going to get into dropping up or down, what if those people had an opportunity to then make the Greco team?
Yeah.
You know,
that would be. I mean, that wouldn't be bad.
You know, like Kyle Dake, man, throw him up in a Greco match. Watch him throw Dake bombs all day long.
Yeah.
You know, tell me he couldn't come away with a medal.
Oh, if Kyle Dake devoted his focus to like strictly doing Greco,
yeah.
Just imagine. I mean, that's crazy. Like we've seen what he's.
So like, that's what I'm trying to say is like, what if we get some of those superstars to then get into Greco? Like, is there the trials process? Like these guys didn't make it, but they now have an opportunity.
And even then, it brings big names because now
bring more names. And look, I'm telling you what, just to me, an Olympic gold medal in Greco, an Olympic gold medal in freestyle. I don't think the value of one is higher or less than the other.
Mm-mm.
Yes, there may be more popularity and fame with freestyle, but dude, walking away with the chance to have a gold medal from the Olympics and
to me,
whichever
Greco is almost a little bit more difficult just because you're limited. I mean,
so
your opponent knows where you're going to attack because you have a set region where you can attack.
So I'm just saying, what if we can figure that out? We'll have just that more opportunity for those guys. My legs aren't big enough. You're a long-bodied dog, dude. Okay.
But no, I mean, you think about it. You know, if we can get because I mean, outside of the diehards. I mean, even people who like, are just now into wrestling or something, they can tell you about like Jordan Burroughs. They probably could tell you about Kyle Dake right now, Kyle Snyder. Outside of diehards, how many people can tell anyone from the Greco team? Yeah. I mean, like we know about Adam Coon, we know about Kamal Bay, we know about Robbie Smith, we know about all these guys.
Rao, we know about Mario.
We can talk about them, but I mean, people who are not, I guess you could say wrestling diehards or.
And that's the other part of it. Is like, how do we get them to do all that? What did you find? Gummies.
From Colorado. I'm just
kidding. No, I don't know where those came from. All right, so probably the boy lost a bag of gummies somewhere. All right, you keep finding stuff. Make sure you bring it to me first. All right.
But yeah, no, I mean, good. I feel like we need to get a little more eyes on the Greco team. Yeah. But on the same end, what did you think of our freestyle team?
All right, first let's go the way they did it. Greco. Yes. Let's go women's now.
Okay, we can do that.
All right. Minus like Heidelbrand not placing.
Mm-hmm.
Did we not have some like? I mean, Adeline Gray.
Well,
she a 5-time world gold medalist.
Yeah,
she's got the most gold medals. She's awesome. Men's stock, and what's the first one that she won? 3 gold medals for the women. I think women did phenomenal.
And then you got, we've even got people who are going to
be... And then didn't we have another placer or two as well with the women?
How did, Molinari, she went out.
Did she?
She went 1-1, didn't she?
I don't remember. I thought somebody
Victoria
was wrestling.
Anthony, maybe?
No, I thought somebody was wrestling for a bronze or something. But nonetheless... I don't think so.
I can't remember, but...
Dude, 3 gold medals from the women.
Yeah.
Minus, I was hoping for Heidelbrand to get in there. Just because... And that's the other thing, is like... them getting more sponsorship deals, like Rudis putting out stuff. Like, I know her name because they were putting it out so much,
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was awesome. I thought the women's performance was pretty killer, and it was a good stepping stone leading into what we thought was going to be a fabulous run for the men. And then, dude, just the luck of the draw, I don't know what it was, but our guys just not... necessarily performing.
Yeah, I mean,
on par with what like.
I mean, you looked at Burrows.
What we were looking at, yeah. I mean, that's kind of always a heartbreaker. But yeah, I mean, but he still comes back in medals though.
Yeah, he did.
So,
but
that's
I think
awesome.
Everyone on his side of the bracket, I think everyone within his part of the bracket or on his side had beaten him at least once.
Well, and then that was the whole thing. He's never lost to somebody on this planet twice until now.
Yeah, until now.
Chamizo didn't even win the. Chamizo was silver.
Yeah.
I thought, if I remember correctly. So, I don't know. So it was that whole weight was kind of wonky and crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Are you eating something? No. Okay. Thank you, dog. But
puppies, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, outside of, you had Dake. Dake did great.
Dake did great. Jaden Cox.
Is free.
Snyder.
Snyder did pretty good.
Snyder did good. Did he get bronze?
Yeah.
Okay, so Snyder got bronze. I don't think Gwiz placed. Dude, like the whole thing with. What do you think about this? Dayton Fix not placing, but Micic. Did he get bronze or fifth? I can't remember. But Micic came
like 3 weeks, so my memory's kind of fuzzy on
but Micic outplacing Fix at Worlds.
I mean, I thought it's cool, although I still stand by my disappointment and displeasure of how I felt about Micic after the season. But, I mean, hey, congrats to him.
Which also leads to the question of, what... I didn't think that... Going into it, I wouldn't have thought that Micic would have outplaced Fix at Worlds.
No. And I think he was on a good side of the bracket for him.
He was, but he was he went and wrestled for another country. Do you think he could have done that for the U.S.?
No.
Then how did he do it for another country then?
Like I said, I think he happened to be on a good side of the bracket for him and for his. I think he just happened to have good matchups.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
so that's the other thing about Worlds and how they do things. Look at the draw, man. It's tough. So we had some tough draws.
I mean, and I'm not taking anything away from Micic. I like I said, he's from Michigan. I give him all the support.
From Michigan, he's from.
I meant like he wrestled at Michigan, so I give him all the support. I know he's not from Michigan, but he wrestled with Ann Arbor, so I gotta support him by default, I guess you could say. But yeah, like I said, I think he just happened to have.
He did. He had the good draw. He had the good matchups and whatnot.
But then I think if you put him head to head against Dayton in a world scenario, I do think Dayton wins.
Let me make sure this gate is open so we can get back up here.
But yeah,
I don't know. So since Worlds was a while ago and everybody already knows the results, or those that listen to this probably know it. Some other thoughts, though, about it lead to what's going to happen next.
Yes.
Okay? We already have confirmed, and it was funny because they all asked Dake, and he was kind of like, I think you know what's going to happen. But he wouldn't actually say it.
Yeah.
And then they actually came out and confirmed it. He's dropping down.
Yes.
You posted about it. Quasi and I already said it.
Yeah, y'all surprised me.
Dude, like...
I mean,
you know my dilemma with this already. I haven't been wanting to pull the trigger and pick him yet. Okay?
Neither have I.
But how do you pick against Burrows? Because my good God, my love for him and how he
track record.
Bingo, look at his track record. But all of a sudden, the third though, and the upward trajectory of how he's doing, even though it hadn't been at that weight. But at the same time, how do you pick against the current world?
Yeah, I mean, do we
say that
the weight track's gonna?
Yeah, that's gonna be the kicker. Seeing this weight,
is that gonna
until we see some more? I'm still gonna go ahead and stick with it. I'm like, dude, right now I'm kind of on the Kid Dynamite bandwagon and how he's going in the path that he's taking.
So I'm really torn because a lot of people, y'all may know that I think I might have mentioned on the show. Dake is one of my all-time favorite wrestlers. I mean, when he wrestled at Cornell, I thought it was so crazy that what he did, winning four national championships, 4 different weight classes. When I was younger, I was like, that is the coolest thing ever. I mean, but I'm wondering about this weight cut. How's the weight cut affected? But also, it's like I was telling Quasi because he was saying
I would have thought he was gonna go 74 this year, but I think the injury and everything prevented that. So because he obviously doesn't want to have to. He wanted that position now, and he wanted to be able to sit out for the Olympics.
Yeah.
So Burrows does have the advantage because he's gonna be sitting, and then checking out. Hey, my brother-in-law Steven, he's checking us all out too. All right,
but I mean, when you think of Burrows, it's always been Yeah, he's had people nipping on his heels. It's like that video. It's like, but when the lion gets up to eat.
Dude, I love that video. Christopher Walken?
Yes.
Like, dude,
King of the Jungle.
Yeah, if you don't like Christopher Walken, I'm going to have to fight you too. So,
you got to. That's one of my favorite videos. I
believe it or not, I go back to that video and the truth of that, on how that turns out.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, dude, like, how do you not... That's a tough one.
I don't know. It's one of those things that I'll believe it. I'll believe that Burrows is dethroned when I see it. Okay. It's going to be hard for me.
It'll be hard to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be... either way, I think we're in good hands.
Oh, yeah,
I think we have Dake or Burrows, I do think we'll have a medal there. I think we'll have...
Okay, now, the question now, though, is not... Here's the other thing. You said you think we'll have a medal.
Oh, no.
No doubt. No doubt. We'll have a medal. At the Olympics.
Yes.
At that weight.
Yes.
Is a medal good enough, or is gold the standard at that weight now?
I think gold's going to be the standard for that weight.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like,
and when I say medal,
and that's why we say that when we talk about with Burrows. That was like, yeah, he came back and got bronze, but we almost expect gold of him.
Yeah.
And is that unfair of him?
Well,
and now
his name is all I see is gold.
Like, I know. So he's kind of built that label for himself. Yeah. But now with that Dake being a world killer, you know, is anything less than gold?
How many surrendered this time?
I don't know.
Wasn't it like 2 or 5 or something?
Maybe something like that. Tamara Mensah, I don't think got scored on, so she did like the Dake thing. But like,
she's a freak.
But is the standard now gold and gold alone at that weight?
Yeah.
And that's why I think, is it unfair to be disappointed? Not disappointed, but unfair to be thinking Dake now because Burrows only got bronze, which is still phenomenal. You know, like, but has he himself even built that brand so much that as a general public, we don't see that as like what we...
I'll be honest. I think it's the same problem that we have with Snyder's. Like, we've come so accustomed to Snyder.
Captain America killing it.
Like, we've assumed like when he goes in there that he'll get gold. And he's lost to what's his name?
Sajalayev.
Yeah, how do you pronounce it?
Sajalayev.
Yeah,
whichever.
So when we see that, we're just kind of like, oh, okay. Like, this is kind of weird. Like, we're not used to seeing him. We're expecting him. He's still young. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna have a great
like,
career.
Do we have an unfair expectation of like gold and gold alone?
I mean, I hate to say it, but yeah, I think we do have an unfair expectation. But at the same time, I mean, we've been accustomed to it. I mean,
that is true. We've become accustomed. Now, on the flip side of all that, not really flip side, but on the other part, we don't know which way he's going. Cox.
Okay, I was about to say.
I'm leaning into it.
We didn't express who the he is yet.
Yes, I know. I was leaving that out there. All right. Snyder's not changing weights.
He came out of Area 51 and went to World.
Snyder is not changing weights. He's a 2-time world gold medalist. Once he started getting his offense going, he is unstoppable. He is an alien. We have Captain America the alien. We have Magic Man doing Magic Man things the weight below, who looks great at his weight and had a chokehold on that weight. You can't throw out Pat Dannon now because he...
Which we got to talk about him later.
You know, because he did what he did and he won matches at Worlds. It wasn't like he went... He
wasn't just a place filler.
Yeah, he wasn't a place filler. He's legit.
Yeah.
You know? What weight does Cox go, and is he beatable?
I'll be honest, I think he... so this one's going to kind of bother me. I think he goes down. I think I'm going to go with that.
You think he goes down?
I think maybe. I don't know.
Dude, you know how much... Like,
I don't want.
I love DT. I love David Taylor. I love Cox.
Wouldn't that be a terrible way to come back from injury, though? It's like, hey, by the way, you're back from injury. You got to go against Cox now.
I know, but a part of me wants to see that because of the drama that started to unfold.
Yeah, the storyline.
But like the storyline of that, and I'm like,
but then
to see that. But at the same time, then that means one of the guys loses. Okay, on the oh boy, kid's crying. But on the flip side, he goes up. Their storyline, they've met in the past. What happens there? And like, do I cry if I see Captain America get dethroned? Or what happens? What's the matter? He hurted you. Now you're on TV here. You got everybody. You got to tell the whole world what happened to you. How did Devin hurted you?
I hit myself with the ball.
He made you hit yourself with the ball?
Yeah.
Oh, well, okay.
I know.
Those are old. I don't know what those are. Those are gummies that the dog found. All right. So.
Bye.
Anyway, bye? Okay. I guess he's okay. No, you said bye. So. Yes.
But Mom football, but he doesn't want to go football with
Now,
me.
what did I say? Okay, we'll record it. I can throw the ball for you in a minute, okay?
Okay.
All right? Give five.
Okay.
Psh, All right. Yeah.
I'm drink those like apple juice,
You can get one of your yogurt drinks, okay?
but we wouldn't get any straws.
I know we didn't get any straws, so you have to drink it. We don't have straws for the apple juice either, okay?
I don't need.
Okay, then you have to wait a minute. You can either have a yogurt drink now or you can wait for the apple juice. Okay?
Apple juice right now.
Well, we're doing something right now. I can't leave over here, see? I know. So. But. He's fine. But the idea of Jaden Cox going either way is just an astonishing thought to think about. Like, dude, if he can make the weight and go down, crazy. Another one of those things where if he does go down, like I was talking about Jaden Cox, like, phenomenal thought. But, like, if he does go down, it's the same thing. David Taylor or Cox. I am golden and set either which way. Like, thinking, and I'm saying with the gold standard.
Mm-hmm.
He goes up. In all honesty,
I'd prefer Snyder. I'm not saying I would.
well,
I think Snyder would want, but I'm saying I would prefer Snyder to be there. I don't.
Really?
I
Do
just
you
feel
think
like I feel like with, and I'm not saying Jaden Cox doesn't like these qualities either, but just the war. I don't want to say warpath, but the motivation and
Grit,
drive.
determination.
Yeah, that
See, I
Snyder
don't know,
has
like,
showed, and
I
think he's got unfinished business with
Serge Ladder?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I
can't
definitely
pronounce
think
his name well.
I'm probably saying it wrong too, but I definitely think Snyder does have that ability. I think Snyder can be a world gold medalist.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, I think Snyder has a chokehold on that weight, flat out. Except for the ability of somebody like Cox, and I think Cox could also.
Cox is also bigger than him too, as far as like height wise.
Yeah, I think Cox could like. Cox is the one guy that I feel could beat Snyder at that weight.
Oh no! I mean, I do feel like it's a.
And I think that I think he can do what he does to anybody. I think Jane Cox's mindset now is one that's so positive and so good right now that like, I think the harder thing. I think he'll go up because I think it'd be
less
harder to lose the weight for him right now than it would be to.
And just imagine he puts on some more muscle mass. He stays there. Then you have, then we have a situation with Snyder there a lot too. But I mean,
but yeah, so like, dude, it's a crazy.
I don't know.
Thought.
It's. I'd prefer to have Snyder there, but like I said, I'm not going to be. I'm not going to be upset if Cox is the one that goes. I could get down with that. I can get jiggy with Cox going to.
Dude, it's going to be an amazing thing. I want to hear. I would love for them to make a decision. They probably already have.
They just haven't
but
said anything.
I would love to hear it, just see, so we could talk about it. Last thing about that particular group set, shoes. Did you decide on what shoes you're getting yet?
So I haven't decided. So for those of y'all who don't know, I wanted to get the aggressors.
Yeah. Can't go wrong with aggressors, I don't think.
Of course, Rudis dropped their line. I was like,
I wasn't
going to. As soon as I started seeing them, I'm like.
I really was like trying to take this year off, and I haven't ordered any shoes yet.
I blame them.
But I'm really thinking about blaming them.
Speaking of shoe, once you're done with that, I gotta tell you a cool thing.
Okay, so I wasn't gonna order a pair of shoes this year because I got the shoes last year, and just as coaches, we don't put as much wear on them as everybody else. But I like having a pair to train here, and I was like, it'd be nice to have another pair to rotate through. Although I was like, I can wait.
Yeah.
And then I saw dude, the Sly Fox ones this year.
The black ones are fresh.
They are, but I like the gray ones this year.
We'll switch it up.
Like that's what we did last year. It's
Yeah,
you ordered the gray and I ordered the black. So now I'm like even more so now. Like okay,
Yeah.
if you order the black, then I have to order the gray because that's what we did last time. We flipped them. Oh man, I don't even know how to describe them. They're like I was just that much like. Are you serious? Snyder's were nice too.
Oh man, those black and teal.
The black and teal was pretty cool. So, but all that being said, I was just like, yeah. So I'm completely up in the air about whether or not to order another pair of shoes. I did order another pair of running shoes, which feel really good. Other than my ankle was hurting today. I was like, dang, I'm cold.
Yeah,
that comment. Yeah, these are the ones I got for school for work.
You got those for a Racker room, I bet, didn't you?
Yep, I did. Most certainly.
But no, so speaking of shoes, Gregor Gillespie, the UFC fighter, used to be wrestler.
Yeah.
I just was looking at his profile because he's got a pretty big fight coming up. I forget who he's fighting. Still undefeated, by the way.
Wrestler.
A lot of the videos he puts up, he's wearing Terra grapplers. And not only just one pair, he's got multiple pairs. I'm like,
does he?
Okay. Like he's got like a pair of all blacks. I think he's got a pair of the blue and pink, and then I think he's got a pair of white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like my Terra, and that's the other one. They just put out a new shoe too. That looks pretty good.
I forget what they
Premiere or something or something like that. And I was like, and they talk about the fabric or something like that, and I was like, dude, those look nice.
Yeah.
You know, so I don't know. I'm not. Anybody want to send me some lottery tickets?
If anyone just want to buy me shoes, how about that?
Christmas there you go. You don't even have to buy me a lottery ticket. Just the shoes. All right. Size 9.
Show your appreciation for us.
Size 9. Throw them our way. Wait, what size are you?
I'm 9.5.
9.5. All right. 9.5, 9. Well, I'll make them work either way. All right. So
I'll give myself bunions for good shoes.
Yeah, I'll just wear them at practice. I mean, I can have a little bit of space. I can rub a blister. No worries there.
Tough.
So, all right, let's get ready to wrap it up with our final tidbit on the merge. It's not merge, but we're seeing a crossover finally between two things that we've talked about forever.
I think we even talked about this happening.
Jiu-jitsu and wrestling.
Yeah.
I thought it was a great idea. Love the fact that there was no weigh-in. They were able to just get out there and go. The modified rule set, Downey won.
Unofficial weigh-in. Did you see it?
No.
And so Downey came in, and it was like 2:0 something, like I think like 2:08 or something. And then Nicky Rodriguez came in weighing like 230. I was like, wow.
Yeah, okay. But at that time, at that weight though, like
they
20
don't really
pounds,
care.
Yeah.
At that weight, it was for fun.
Yeah, and it was. Downey won it by tech fall according to the rules. It's pretty much just takedowns only with some freestyle points.
Yeah, they had. You could do the throws.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Freestyle point system, takedowns only from your feet, no frontier wrestling, which I guess works out for jiu-jitsu in a way, but it worked out because what's his name had a wrestling background.
Nicky Rodriguez.
Yeah,
so he at Rutgers.
Yeah, so he wasn't he's from Jersey. I don't know if he wrestled.
I could.
But it wasn't like he didn't have a wrestling background. It wasn't like a pure jiu-jitsuist who didn't have.
Curious about that.
I knew they mentioned like his high school record.
Which he was pretty good in high school.
But
I may be crazy. I know he's trained at Rutgers, like
because
he's from Jersey.
So I thought that was kind of interesting. I thought that was kind of cool. It'd be nice to see more of this crossover stuff. I think it just adds exposure to both sports, both things going into Ultimate Fighting and all that kind of stuff. So I like it personally. And I like the modified rule systems that I think they may have bugged one of our things. Maybe that's who was trying to hack my my password. So Flo, thanks for trying and stealing our old man club ideas for On Our Feet Wrestling, because that's pretty much where we were headed.
That's exactly what we talked. That's why we should have got it done sooner.
Yep. So as another one of our things is stolen, but I like it.
Yeah,
we can have it.
Well, and
we're gonna start our own branch of it. So.
What's even cool is ADCC was up. It's Abu Dhabi. It's a big tournament.
Yeah.
The winner of that. Well, I mean, I'm sure there's multiple winners. I think I don't know, but the big winner of that, Gordon Ryan. Well, Pat Downey beat Nicky Rodriguez, and I think they trained together. So they were like, let's put Pat Downey versus Gordon Ryan, and Gordon Ryan actually posted a modified rule set. He's like, I think this is fair. He said, because if we do a straight submission grappling match, it's going to be a no contest. He said, if we do a straight wrestling match, it'll be a no contest. He said, so I like it. Yeah, so I'll actually pull up the rule set. And let me hear. I want to hear what you guys think about this, because
I like this idea. I want to hear this rule set.
Yeah.
Hear about it.
Now, granted, there's a couple things I would probably modify.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, there's got to be some room for negotiation, because that's just his, and he might be missing on something, and somebody else will be like, and then I think they can make it work. I like the idea. I think it'll be something that'll be pretty cool, and it should happen.
Yeah, that's
so. Once he finds that, but yeah, I like the fact that also like Pat Downey coming from what he's done to where he is now, positive stuff. I think it's really cool, and I think also this could lead more for. Seeing more of this can help, like, for lack of a better term, grow the sport. Like, I think it can help grow both sports. Now, Flo already has Flo Wrestling and Flo Grappling, but, like, and you can see, like, where they're going with things, with, like, the merge and some new logos and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it just helps both sports. And I think it's like, Jeremiah, send us some soap. Throw that out there still. I miss my soap. I still bathe, don't worry, people. But just not with the good soap. Yeah, not with our roll soap. But I think it's, like he said, his love for grappling and wrestling in general, whether it be through jiu-jitsu or through wrestling or other things. And I think this allows for more of that to come along and come through.
So here's this rule set Gordon posted. He posted this on Instagram. You can go back and look on his page. He put thoughts on the rule set for at Pat Downey. In a freestyle match, it would be non-competitive. In submission grappling, it'd be non-competitive. So here's my idea. He said, we grapple for 15 straight under ADC scoring, so 15 straight minutes is what he's saying. And he said, if you take someone down and hold their back on the floor for 3 seconds, it's 1 point. Turtle, referee, and 4 points is no score. So it's like
that's there, like how they do. So you have to have somebody that knows what they're doing to officiate.
Yeah, so I don't like that because I feel like you should, if you get someone's back, you should be able to get the points there. He said taking the back with 2 hooks or body triangle for 3 seconds is 1 point. Again, that I can be okay with that. Submitting your opponent is 1 point. So it's not like if it's a submission, it's over. He said no guard pulling, obviously, and he said you can score 1 point at a time with the most points at the end of the time wins. I can be okay. Like I said, there's a few adjustments. Like I wouldn't like the no points for getting into turtle or referee position.
I almost would like to also see if you're gonna do this, like. This is my first thought. It's like 15 straight minutes.
That's a long time.
That's a daggone long time.
I would cut down on the minutes too.
Now,
I would say
what if we what if we did 3 periods, 5-minute periods with more of a break in between?
Yeah.
Like kind of like the best 2 out of 3, but a continuous score amongst the 3. Yeah. So like if we had a 5-minute period and then we get instead of a 1 minute break. You get 3 minutes.
Absolutely.
Okay, because like with all that kind of stuff, gassing yourself out, so it's still kind of like one long match, but you get a 3-minute break in between the periods. So I think that would be kind of cool with continuous scoring across the board or something like that.
Yeah, and
15 minutes straight is long.
And I like what he said, no guard pulling, because for a wrestler, you get in someone's guard, that's alien to us. Like we're not used to someone laying on their back and then trying to attack from there. That would just be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And so the fact that he's willing to concede, say, hey, if you hold me down on my back for 3 seconds, you get a point. Like,
yeah.
And then the fact that he's willing to be like a submission's worth a point.
Yeah.
So I mean that's cool. Now I do feel, I would say maybe no leg locks or something. Maybe no heel hooks. Maybe
something. I don't know. Something there's a something that gets the novice away from the danger move that an experienced person knows and can go to as almost like a trick or gimmick
because
type thing.
For a lot
the thing that you see where all the time, or the joke that you hear about blue belts doing to white belts all the time, kind of like level the playing field in as many possible ways.
Well, with an armbar, you know when it's too much. With a Kimura, you know when it's too much. With heel hooks, you don't know until your knee snaps.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. It's like because it's not really, it's snug and you're just like it's maybe a little uncomfortable, but it's not to the point where you feel like anything's breaking. Yeah. Until your ligaments snap. And that's why I would say no heel hooks maybe. Maybe like straight foot locks. I could be okay with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it would. There's some modification that could be done to this, but I mean, I like that he's trying to give at least a rough outline of like, hey, here's my idea.
Yeah.
Y'all roll with it. Y'all figure it out from here. But I'm willing to do this. This is just an idea.
I like the idea. I like the starting point. I think there's going to be modifications to it. I would like to see it. I think it opens up another avenue. Maybe not professionally yet, but it just opens up more time for people to do things. Also, what I like about this is, jokingly, our old man club wrestling style.
Yeah. This is kind of what it's like.
This is kind of what it's like. And to see this, it'd be cool to see a division open up at these jiu-jitsu tournaments, because that's the only thing people do is they do the jiu-jitsu tournaments, and to see maybe a division with a modified rule set for wrestlers, so that we have some place to go to.
And so, and this is a big issue, is a lot of wrestlers get called sandbaggers because they might go into a tournament, and if they have to compete as a white belt, all they do is they wrestle these guys, and these guys who maybe just started a year ago as far as jiu-jitsu, it's unfair.
It is. So I like the possibility of a new.
Yeah.
This is the emergence of possibility of a new division that would allow wrestlers to be competitive in something.
And I mean, like for me, like because there's no division like this, and I don't want to say this is more or less it's a personal challenge and it's just fun. Like we talked about how I'm gonna try to start doing a wrestling tournament maybe next year after our season.
But like the reality of it though is if this started to happen in jiu-jitsu tournaments that there are more of with people more of the older age range is still competing and doing things, the possibility of competition is more is larger.
What I'm seeing,
which I would like to see. Not to say that I wouldn't think about instead of just being in the corner coaching, like why not give it a try?
Yeah, I mean, My thing
I've enjoyed
feel
getting
like
choked out before. Like,
yeah,
why not?
It's addicting. I mean, it sounds weird, but I mean, it is addicting.
Nice.
So yeah, I mean, it's a cool thing. I feel like this rule set ultimately will end up being something very similar to what we see with like actual catch wrestling, not like the idea of catch wrestling people think of, but like actual catch wrestling where they have maybe multiple periods, like catch wrestling does. They do it's like best 2 out of 3.
Yep.
You have the submissions, but you can also pin. I think you have stuff like
that.
that. I mean, that's where I feel like this rule set's going to end up heading more towards, with still some slight modifications, and I think that's great. It's great for the grappling world in general. I mean, it's great for wrestling because more people are looking at, jiu-jitsu is becoming popular now because everyone, Joe Rogan and all that.
It's kind of been popular in a way, but it's more mainstream than wrestling is.
But then you have a lot of people who, especially in the MMA community, like they swear by wrestling for good reason because it is the better one.
Yes.
And that's just a fact. That's not opinion. And
very true.
But yeah, I mean the fact that we can actually come together and grow the sport of grappling and get more people interested in it, because how often do we hear like, oh, this is boring, like. It's not boring. Like this, it's a work of art on the ground.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just something you don't understand. Maybe getting more eyes on it will change that perception.
Right.
So.
All right. Yeah. Well, cool deal, folks. We're back at it right at 51 minutes. I'm gonna go check out Tyler's new dad vehicle, and yes. That was.
I had to throw that in there.
Oh, I've been waiting.
We were through the whole episode. I was like,
I've been holding on to that one.
I'm in the clear.
No, you said Quasi was like, you got a dad vehicle, and I was like, well, I like it.
I was happy with it.
You better still be happy with it.
Dude, I love it, man. I spent that much money on it. I better love it.
Let's go check it out. We're gonna go check out the dad vehicle. We'll watch y'all. All right.